catch me at the house without my 9 or 45.
Chuck, what do you mean we gotta do another video? We just got done doing one. I know. We gotta do the Reminton game loads, but they're so crappy. Do you remember how the 12 gauge came out? Oh, you couldn't even load them up. I know. What do you want me to do? I know. I chose this endeavor. What? Oh, hey folks. Welcome to another. How many times can I load that whole video? Yeah, I was just talking to Chuck about, we're gonna have to do, well, here we go. I'm not gonna do a bam. It's more like a, yeah, a Remington game load. You guys know their 12 gauge counterparts did very poorly in our testing. We only got like 3 or 4 loadings and they were just very inconsistent. Those are the black holes, by the way. Oh, and that's racist. Very inconsistent, very crappy looking. I didn't like them. They didn't load for anything, and they were just like, it was like they were done on the Friday before Thanksgiving break or something, or Christmas break, and they were just kind of like, lagging because they were inconsistent. It was horrible. Well, here, check these guys out. They're not so bad, are they? They look pretty good. And due to our round of testing, you guys know, as we do, that 20 gauge does not equate to 12 gauge quality just because of the plastics and maybe the dyes. I got a theory about that, but I'm gonna have to test that in a separate video. So how many times can you load your Remington game loads in 20 gauge? That's what we're here to find out. Very nice crimp. Will they stand up to the hype? We're gonna find out. Look at that. Yeah, case stamp picture for you geeks out there, which I consider myself one of. Those are nice. They're pretty. Zinc coated steel heads. What do you want? It's an economy world. Economy's a scale. They do what's cheap. How many times will you be able to load these? I don't know. We're gonna find out though. So join me as we go down the rabbit hole of another. Yes, another. I really feel like shooting pistol right now, or 22. Ooh, we go down another rabbit hole of how many times can you load that hull for you guys. So you guys, when you go out there to your local Wally World or Bi-Mart or Sportsman's Warehouse, or you're out there, you're looking at the hulls, you're like, well, which one should I get? These are on sale, these aren't on sale, but these have a better reputation, but these don't have a better reputation. And you asked Habib across the corner over there, the guy who's been there probably 3 weeks, fresh out of high school, pimply face, his face looks like a pizza, looks like road pizza on steroids, and you ask him and he looks at you and he goes, I don't know, I gotta get a manager. Don't be that guy. Be the guy who knows what's going on. Interestingly enough, these are 6-point crimp. For number 8 shot. Very interesting. See, they're not really hard and fast rules when we talk about. Good thing I have my 6-point crimp starter here to start these up, because we've got an 8-point crimp starter on the machine. Usually they use the 6-point with big shot, like 7.5, or maybe 7, 6s, 5s, 4s. And usually they use 8s with like the 7.5 and 8s and 9s. But I guess it's not a hard and fast rule. They did crimp very nicely though. But after that first shot, you can see a little bit of scorchage going there on the outside of the hull. We'll see what happens. Ooh, and just a little technical data. We're using 16 grains of universal clays. I like universal clays. I find it is a very consistent powder in both the 12 and 20 gauge platform. We're also going with a 5/8 ounce of shot. We're using a Cheerio filler, that way we could bring the level of the shot up to a nice clean crimp with no dishing. Remember, dishing is when you don't have enough powder or shot and your components are going down like this, the top of your crimp is kind of dished in. Very unsightly, and it also leaves you open for losing shot. I'll show you. Cheerio filler. Throw your shot, crimp as usual. Okay, shot number 3, load number 2, and already I'm seeing issues with the crimp mouth. Doesn't bode well. One more thing you want to think about. Remember, wad lives matter. What that means is these hulls are what's known as a tapered hull design. It gets smaller in the base. So what you need to do is get appropriate wad. Get a wad that'll fit. Federal, Europeans, Euro trash hulls, they have what's known as a straight hull design. You're gonna need a different wad. But in this case, since we're just evaluating hull performance and hull life, not downrange performance, it doesn't really matter what you use. Okay, shot 6, load 5, and our mouths are mashed. That does not bode well for the quality of these hulls. Well, I really didn't have high hopes, being that their 12 gauge counterparts fared very, very badly. Primer pockets are holding up very well, very tight, compared to how junky. I don't even want to spray these out because they're going to crack. I already got some cracks here. These hull mouths have become with only like 6 shots. Load 7, shot 6, and the mouths are just beyond recognition, but they hold shot, which is all that matters. Shot 8, load 7, and at this point, my pre-crimp's not even working. It's just kind of flattening them across the top. I don't know. I'm disappointed. I can't say that I didn't think it would happen, no, but what do you want? You always hope for the best. Shot 9, load 8. The mouths are getting dirty, nasty. I mean nasty, a la Maxine Waters nasty. You know that joke never gets old. Shot 10, load 9, and you can hear a little bit of rattling in there, but they're still holding shot in it, but it doesn't look like they're gonna hold for long. Look at that. They're bad. They're bad. They're really bad. They're bad. Kind of ironic because the primer pockets are still nice and tight, but the mouths have really left something to be desired. I know there's a Stormy Daniels joke in there somewhere, but I don't want to bother with it. One of my pedals ripped and kind of got jammed in there, so yeah, they're not looking very good. Let's do one more load with this and we'll see what happens. All right, this is shot 11, load 10, and the crimp mouths are very, very bad. Bad. After 11 firings and 10 loadings, very impressed, by the way. They held up pretty good, no splits. And the case mouths are just toast. You want to talk about toast, that's just toast. Look, they're all split. charred beyond recognition. This is one of the weak points. The plastics they used to make these were really, really bad. I don't know why. You can look inside, see scorches just going on in there. Just destroyed the hull. These are, what are these? These one piece? Well, we'll figure it out. Yeah, surprise, surprise, they're one piece. Look at that. A one piece extruded hull with a steel rim put on there. Kind of like the STSs or the Nitros. Very telling. Very, very telling. What are you gonna do? 10 loads? 11 loads? I'm not impressed. Just because the mouths got really, really bad. Does that make me a hull snob? I guess it does. And if it does, I guess it's just experience of shooting all this time that does it. Like the prostitute said to the teenager, it's just experience, baby. So what do you want? The more you do it, the more you know. That's why I advise you guys to get out and do it. It's fun. It's educational. I did all the work for you already today, so you guys know, you can get 5 loads out of here, but don't expect great crimps, crappy crimps. And if they're not on sale, don't buy them. That's why we're doing this, to get you guys the knowledge on what to buy, what not to buy. Hey, I'm gonna buy these hulls because they last longer and they're on sale. Or hey, I'm gonna buy these because I just want a one and done. I'm hunting in high brush. Whatever your situation is, only you can decide. You know we're under attack. Facebook, Google, YouTube are demonitoring us, our platform. They don't like us. They're taking ad revenue away from us because they learn that we're using the money to fight them. We're using their creation against them by donating the money to the NRA, Second Amendment Foundation, Gun Owners of America, and your local and state gun groups. Those are very important too to join. There's only one thing that we can do to fight this digital censorship, book burning a la Nazi style. Spread the links. There's force in numbers. If all of us, and I mean, look at this. My channel's only got 20, 35, 36,000 people. Nothing. It's nothing. It's podunk. It's the podunk channel. If we can get out and get the word out, and everybody who's a subscriber tells 1 or 2 people about the channel, guess what? The word gets out. People learn how to hand load, how to shoot, what's good, what's not good. What do you want? Stay safe out there, especially in this political environment. Guys need to carry and train often.
One is the colors that fly high and
next
proud, the red, the white, the blue. The other one's got a rattlesnake with a simple statement made. Don't tread on me is what it says, and I'll take that to my grave. Because